Morning everyone. I'm a little late this morning, better late than never. And I didn't make it on yesterday. I've got assignments due at the moment, so I'm sort of a little bit in assignment mode. All right, going to use the Cosmic Tarot for your reading today. But before I go any further, obviously, as a big thank you always to show how grateful I am to you all for support on my channel. It's been such an amazing journey, and I still feel very grateful to know that I've got people following me. So thank you for that. Please be careful of scammers. For those of you who want personal readings, only one email address, the Aussie Goddess, all one word, all spelt correctly, at gmail.com. So if you email me and let me know what you're after, then I'll get back to you with availability. Good idea if you're emailing me to include your availability too, so we don't have to keep going backwards and forwards. But if things start picking up, I'll open my channel, my website up again. And the only other thing I want to put a little mention to is the membership. So if you're interested in learning tarot with me, you can join as a member. At the moment, I'm only putting videos up on learning the tarot, but we will get into some lives and things as we go along. All right, now let's see what's going in the what's cracking world. Oh, cards are lively. Somebody's got a message they need to hear. You know, this is a few times we've started off with this card lately. And the thing is with the Three of Swords, to me, it's probably, you know, the most sort of one-sided card in the tarot. The swords represent pain, can often mean that you've got, you know, some sort of communication pain between two people, some sort of interference between two people. But this pain can be something that you're currently carrying around or something that you've got past, but it still remains with you. You know, it's sort of that, how long does it take to grieve? Because for some people, they may grieve for a really long time, whereas other people sort of grieve for a period of time and then are able to sort of move past things. So whatever it is for you, it's sort of a little bit of a reminder of not letting it stand in your way moving forward. I guess that's sort of the main message coming through here. If you are feeling grief and pain, don't let it hold you back from doing other things in your life. Let's see where we're going. Okay, it could be in regard to a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo person, or a younger person. Sometimes this can be a younger person that we've had a romantic involvement with, but maybe we're still carrying some sort of pain from that situation. Look at this, anxiety big time. All right, so I see the Nine of Pentacles. I'm loving it. So if I'm speaking to you and you're still carrying pain from a past relationship, I would say to you, you're really on the edge of being able to complete that cycle and move into a new time. The Nine of Pentacles for me is very much about feeling sort of whole and complete. So I feel like somehow or another you're closing something off and moving forward. So for me, you've probably already gone through the healing you needed to go through, and perhaps this sort of pain or grief or whatever it is for you is starting to subside. All right, let's have a look. Okay, we have the Star coming through. Let me show you the Star with the Two of Wands. Definitely, it is in your energy to move in a new direction and leave emotional. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. Look at that. So these two cards here, the Star and the Three of Pentacles, for me always talk about destiny, life's choices, soul contracts, that sort of thing. And sometimes people say to me it's very difficult to move past the pain of a broken relationship. It is possible, but I always say you need to want to do it, because very often when I say to people, do you want to leave this behind? They don't want to. They want to hang on to it. It's sort of human nature that we feel if we don't hang on to something that we're going to forget, or that that person will forget who we are. And it's not the case. So for me, the Star card represents the destined journey. What's for you on your path is meant for you. It won't pass you by. And the Three of Pentacles is, for me, the soul contract card. In between that, we have this lovely Two of Wands with the Eight of Cups. Now, this is about turning your back on something because it's no longer emotionally fulfilling you and moving in a brand new direction. You have the choice here to move in a new direction. So I'm feeling here with the cards laying out, there's sort of, to me, you may have got to a point with this heartache or this heartbreak where you are ready to leave it behind you and move in a new direction. It could be that you've met somebody new and you're feeling the pangs of love again, or it could mean that you have worked really hard on yourself to get yourself to the point where you realize that you can move on and you can be happy and you don't need to be attached to somebody else to find your own happiness. The Emperor coming through. Oh, with the moon, I say to you always, I get all the major arcanas on that middle row. There's the Devil card. You know, sometimes when we have a breakup from a relationship, we can almost be obsessive about our love interest. We've all done things we're not proud of. We all do the little bit of stalking, little bit of keeping an eye on someone, wondering what they're doing. I do feel this person, whoever they were, has had a really big impact on you. But I feel like the future here is unknown. So with the moon card sitting there, you could be dealing with an Aries, Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius energy coming through, a Capricorn. So there is a really strong feeling here of feeling attached to this person. Now, if you are a believer of the twin flame journey, very often the breakup is necessary, but it's a part of a journey. And it does mean, especially with the Devil card there, that there are things that you need to understand about that journey. But when you're in the sadness or the energy of feeling so let down or so hurt, it's very hard to find your way. I feel like with the Emperor here, it's very possible. We have like quite a few major arcanas in this reading. So to me, that means this journey was very significant for you. The Emperor card tells me you were dealing more than likely with the divine masculine. But there's nothing really divine about the twin flame journey, sadly. It's fabulous while you're in, contact with each other or united, but the after effects of that can be quite devastating. So with the moon card here, it's that energy for me, like I said, with the star, whatever will be, will be. You just have to trust that the universe will provide for you when it's ready. But in the meantime, it's really important that you focus on yourself and rebuild yourself. And the things to focus on are that attachment, rejection, attachment disorder. Finding out what sort of attachment you have is really good. And a lot of that stems back to childhood and neglect and abuse in childhood. Sometimes people say to me, I had a really good childhood. Sometimes it can be that you were never allowed to fail, or that you had to always be good to be recognized. So you struggled with that. And some of those things come out as like people pleasing when we get older, procrastination. But that's what you're healing. And that's why sometimes people say to me, I don't know what to heal. And I'm like, just open yourself up to the universe, do your meditations. Spirit will lead you through things as you go. So usually what happens, like I always say, it's like the peeling of an onion. Maybe you're not ready to deal with this layer, but this layer here needs to be dealt with. But understanding you have healing to do is very important. So if you're still really hurt and in the grief of it, you may not understand at the moment there is healing to do. All right, Five of Pentacles. See, spiritual, low spiritual energy with the Queen of Cups. To me, this is about feeling low, but understanding the amount of self-love you need to put in. And this doesn't mean your healing is not about, having massages and going and having a facial. That's fantastic, but the healing needs to be done at a deeper level. You can do what they call shadow healing. If you've read Carl Jung's theory about how we have shadows within us, that's sometimes a good place to start understanding that journey. All right, and we have the Nine of Wands at the end. It's nearly, the Nine of Wands tells me, I just pull a card from the middle of the deck, Two of Pentacles. So very much this energy of being at a point now where decisions have to be made. So I feel like I'm perhaps talking to people who've started to realize this is impacting their life at a much deeper level, and they need to help themselves somehow. So very much the energy of healing your inner child. Okay, so we do have the Prince of Pentacles coming through. So that's possible that your person was an earth sign. But moreover, when I see the Prince of Pentacles, I think it was somebody who was younger. And don't forget, a person can be just a week younger than you and come up as a younger sign. We do have the Nine of Swords. So there's a lot of anxiety around this. But this energy here is beautiful. This is sort of waiting for your ships to come in, completing some sort of cycle and standing in your own energy, which is really nice. So I feel like I'm speaking to people here who may have just gone through this experience and may be on the healing journey. And at this point in time, my reading will not be one you want to listen to. You will want to hear the person's coming back. You will want to hear they're just biding their time. You'll want to hear all of those things. But if you're sitting waiting, you're going to slow down any sort of process. So really focus on yourself, do your healing, whatever you need to do to bring yourself back into, I guess, equilibrium. I think that's why sometimes people put thumbs down. It's like, I don't want to hear that reading, so therefore I'll get thumbs down. It doesn't really matter whether you put thumbs down or not. You need to hear it. It's hard. It's tough. And you know what? Don't make judgments. We've all been on this journey of hurt and pain. All right, we have the card of the resting tree coming through. So this is about patience and stillness. So a beautiful card to get here. It is the card of 22. So if you like the number 22 or you relate to the number 22, then it definitely is for you. Good. Okay, the resting tree is a sign for you to stop focusing and planning and be at peace in the moment. And I get asked that a lot. How do you live in the moment? And if you can read a book or listen to a book, I feel like it's a little bit academic, so it might be hard for some people to listen to or read. But The Power of Now is a really good book to read by Eckhart Tolle. If you are unable to do that, living in the moment is about releasing your thoughts of the future, but also releasing the past and just knowing that the only moment that truly exists is the moment that you're currently in. So it's about mindfulness, basically, being focused on the moment. So I feel like this is what this card is saying. This is the representative of non-action and relaxation. Patience is the key to be at peace with this ally. The resting tree asks you to slow down, sit back and watch the roses bloom and the birds feed in the meadow. This isn't the time to forge ahead in any way. You may not be taking enough breaks, so you're invited to be still and contemplate your good fortune, even if it means blessing the chaos in your life. That's tough. This is a sign to allow everything to fall away except the stillness of the moment. It's like living within the space between breaths. When the resting tree appears, it signals that you've done all you can for now, and it's time to unwind and allow your story to unfold of its own accord. Nothing will pass you by if it's meant for you. You've earned the right to rest and relax. Amazing ideas will come if you do. Remember the ancient saying, we do without doing and everything gets done. So I feel like sometimes, when things are not moving forward or things feel really stuck or we feel like things are very slow, very often Spirit has you in that space so that you can go through that healing. So if you feel like sometimes life seems to slow right down, nothing is happening, and it's very still, then that is the time to really focus on your own well-being, because what we're doing at that point in time is growing. So we need that space to be able to grow. And if we push against it and try to make things happen, they just won't. And you will be more disappointed and more upset with yourself that things aren't moving forward. So whatever this is for you, I want to say to you, this is a time of personal growth for you. So if you don't know where to start, just at least work out what mindfulness is or meditation is and really focus that into your healing at the moment. And you can do some of those meditations and mindfulness sessions in a minute. So when people say to me, I don't have time for that, I'm like, they take a couple of minutes. That's all they take. You could do them in the bathroom. You can do them, in your lunch break. any time of the day. You do not need more than 5 minutes to do a mindfulness or a meditation session. And it's really powerful. If you are doing that every day and being grateful for what the universe has given you, even though it may be painful, you will start turning things around much more quickly. And it's so much kinder on yourself. Oh, my voice is going. And I have no water here. That's a trick. All right, see ya. Have a good day. Bye.